Alright, guys. I forgot I didn't have the microphone muted, so yeah. I always say this every stream and every video that it's gonna be a different one, but this is truly a different one. I tried to do this in the past, but I don't have the confidence or imagination to actually make it a reality. And I don't know, it was honestly it was a bit anxious doing that, like with someone behind, like not behind you. That sounds so scary. I watched a lot of Minecraft. I like ARG, and horror mod by I think her name is Naso. But yeah, last time I tried to do this was it was not interrupt. It was more like ADC was in a call with me, and I was like, I don't know. It feels embarrassing doing the work that I'm doing, if you can call it that. I know a lot of people love to make fun of YouTuber and streamer, and all the things they've done. It's not actual work, but it's a lot of mental work like to go through it. So I would say it's a work. It's a piece of work. I actually thought of doing like a 500 sub special ASMR, but I listened to the recording. It was fine, but it has weird mistake on it, and it was like one take, well, two take, technically speaking, because I was trying to get the sound effect to be authentic. So I was like lining up a cigarette in front of my microphone, and then I do the second take, which is the rest of the ASMR, and I don't know. I don't feel like I've done good enough, so I scrap it. But maybe I should keep it around. It was like I'm not gonna spoil anything too much, but it was supposed to be like guy with guy, like BL and like male for male and stuff like that, ASMR roleplay. And yeah, I slip up. I was like, oh, you a girl like you, and I was like, that's a bad recording. That's gonna make no sense, It could just be like male for A, which is an aberration for male for all. But I want to make it, I don't know, more specific. Male for all is a tad bit generic, in my opinion. A lot of people come to this channel and sub to this because I play Limbus Company for like once, and then they're never gonna appear on stream like ever again, unless they like storytelling and BL. BL is something that's, I don't know. I wish it has more popularity, I guess. Anyway, this is the storytelling room, and yes, I'm using this model only because it looked the cutest. Honestly, this piece is probably much better than the one I asked for, which is the Kyrian one. That one doesn't quite, I don't know. It looks fine on paper, but it looks a tad bit generic. And maybe it's just my poor direction. But the art is really nice. I thought of doing like a video on how their work is nice, it's good, and stuff like that. Though I gotta say, I thought of like ignoring that idea entirely and just I felt disappointed with the art. I feel like I waste money, but truth and you know, being that we are human, right? We have to experiment. We have to go through this, through that to get where we can call ourselves important. Would I get an art from this artist again? Probably. Probably not like 2D though, unless they're very very good. I used to have a model, but I don't use it anymore because I realized too late that streaming on a laptop is pretty much a death sentence. So I switch things. I want to become an ASMR artist instead, and then build my reputation there. But I also want to like make stories and all that. So this is gonna be the first step to that direction, which is live storytelling. And this time is gonna be a bit short. It's not like the other one, it's like audio book length, and I don't have a script. I only have vague memories of what it could be. So I will have to improvise all the story I'm about to tell to the world. I might meet everything because I can turn that into the video and people can just listen to that instead. They don't have to listen to the whole stream. And it would be easier for me to edit and just edit the music in. So most of the time here is just gonna be me reading, not even reading. It's more like talking, storytelling. Yeah, telling a story about Rain and Sora, which is a work I have worked on. I think this year. Yeah, this year. I was inspired by. Don't laugh at me for this, but I was like chatting with an AI bot, right? And I don't know, maybe I'm just a weird person. This website is for like gooning and stuff like that. It's not exactly for like fluffy storytelling. You could do that, but the AI would try to take direction and entice you to dive deeper into the far end of things. But being the person I am, I like teasing more. maybe that's because I'm like gray sexual a little bit, so I don't have interest in that unless it's too. I can I say this on YouTube? Unless it's to relieve stress. Let's just say it like that. And I know this background is a little bit weird, a little bit out of place. It's because I didn't order this background. This is different from this, solely because this one doesn't fit. Like I mean, kind of fit, like campfire story, but I wanna change it up a bit, so it looks like I'm reading from the. Hopefully, no one is gonna make a joke about this being the red room that was infamous back in the days. I recommend you not to find it? Question mark. And it's not like it's real. It's more like it's an urban legend. People would love to spook other people all the time back then. It was Wild West. Anyway, this story is gonna start soon, but I'm gonna have to smoke real quick, and then we can start the story. And I will interact with chat. Don't worry about that. Now, right now, I might not have any viewers at all, if at all, and no shadow, so not much of an audience I have here. But once it's safe as what, then well, people can find out about it and enjoy it. And then people that can't just listen to the whole stream in the background, they're gonna get the edited version of it. Now I put chat on the right there because it's the most space there is, and it doesn't distract too much. So we have things on the left, flowers and candles. Oh yeah, did I mention that most of these background that I have right now? Not this one. This one is human made, and I would give it like 4 out of 5, maybe 4.2 out of 5, solely because I specifically asked for the thing on the right, which is the song, to be a separate image, and I want to fit myself in it. And the result I got was weird, to say the least. It's not the one that I used back when I was in a detective arc. Back when I was using this model in a detective background. That seems to be iconic. So yeah, the art is good for the price. I think it was like $60-$80 maybe, because it's animated. I thought of having my usual artists to do this, all my little brother, but they were busy, and for all my artists, it was a bit pricey. So yeah, but otherwise, just because I had ChatGPT in my hand to generate this AI background, that doesn't mean that I wouldn't like chase. I don't know, and I wouldn't say chase, but more like invest in background in the future for better storytelling. Although the campfire could be the campfire story, but in this case, I just want to set the mood. Anyway, I'm gonna have a smoke. I'm gonna open some cold one as well. Tomorrow money should come by and we shouldn't be starving. Probably. Who knows? There's a lot of money going through that. Better wake up early. Because no money in my bank right now. Anyway, I'm gonna smoke. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put beer right back. Yeah, there we go. If you hear weird noises, don't worry, that might be ADC or just me. Mostly me. Sometimes ADC though. Alright, I'm back. Man, that was such a rash voice from smoking. But trust me, I got this voice way before I smoked. This smoke just make it extra raps. Alright, hang on. People come, people go. Or should I just? I kind of wanna drink some beer, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna affect my voice. It definitely will. And that's the thing. Once you drink, it's not going back. I'm gonna open the can. I just assaulted a listening ear by opening that. I should not mute myself. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you guys. Alright, let's sip this damn thing. Not too bad. Not too bad for a beer. Alright, are we ready for that? Ready for the music? I mean the storytelling, not the music. I was about to say that I'm gonna mute the audio music now. Actually, what kind of low audio would be best? I don't want to get like a copyright strike again. Not strike, but you know, I got claim on one of my video and it was kind of bullshit because it seems malicious, but I'm not sure. The person just turn like video game music into like a very cool thing and they claim it, and I had to dispute that. And if they won, my channel would be terminated. So I'm very skeptical of using music, even though some of them are copyright free or common creative and all that. Like it's fine to use. I'm still skeptical. So I don't know which music I should put on. Maybe Seraphim. Seraphim is good. Seraphim by How to Disappear Completely. They're good for background like audio, not music. Alright, sorry. The Mare City theme from Cloud Obscure Expedition. As much as I would love to have it run to the whole thing, it would be much easier to play some music that kind of blend in with the background, I guess. Hang on, let me find the music. I have a lot of have a lot of playlists and album I save on my Spotify. Which one should be? Which one? I think Seraphim has to be the one. But then again, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna try Seraphim for a little bit. Actually, Seraphim, Seraphim, and then play this. Play this. Seraphim. Oh, see, inspired. This is Seraphim. Seraphim. How to display completed. It's not that much. Playlist. How to disappear completely. My typing is not good because it's on a mechanical keyboard. Disappear completely. Oh, this is a long one. No, I just want Seraphim. No, that's Radiohead. Nope, that's also Radiohead. This one is Low Peep. I just want to fit Seraphim. Like, fool, do I have to make one myself? You know what? I'm gonna make one myself. Seraphim album. Hopefully you don't hear the background audio, the vehicle and all that. It's pretty loud. How do I add to playlist? Yes, new playlist. There we go. Seraphim, and then it's replaying. Hopefully this doesn't get me into trouble. Shoot, wait, I need to delete that. Yeah, delete. For some reason, Seraphim 2 is on that spot. New playlist, and then add this to new playlist. There we go. Seraphim. Now we got all the Seraphim. Seraphim 1 to 3, I guess. Well, I to XX VII. Seraphim I to XX VII. Full trilogy. Right, and then play the audio and put it on loop. There we go. Alright, let me stress test this. How loud is gonna be? That's a bit too loud. That's still pretty loud. Alright, that's the perfect level of audio. Okay, let's start with the title, intro, and we're gonna get into some commentary, or the storytelling commentary. Let's just say that this is gonna be there's gonna be a speaker, which is me, and me. There's gonna be two speaker, two character rather, and that is Rain and Sora, and there's gonna be a narrator. But most of the dialogue is gonna be voiced by me, and I suppose the narrator is the one that is taking disembodied voice that narrate a little bit about the story of the city. So yeah, originally I planned to make Rain internal thoughts and dialogue to be the voice of the story, but that would be kind of, I don't know, like one-sided. But one thing I will have to say, there's not gonna be much Sora's like internal dialogue compared to Rain, because that is my intention of doing the story, which is from a perspective of someone who live in the city and me, the countryside boy. Yes, that's the plot. And the narrator is gonna be narrating generic stuff, mundane stuff like, oh, this how they move, this and that. But there's gonna be a lot of not a lot, but a handful of internal monologue, internal dialogue from Brain. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's go slowly. Let's go by like, do this slowly and methodical. So we are we are in a city of New Light, formerly known as Light, simply Light, and this city has been developed and formed by I would say 3 to 7 academies of the surrounding region. This place take yeah this story take place in 2020s, I suppose, in alternate universe, where that thing happened in Southeast Asia, one of the biggest powerhouse, I suppose, in the East Asia, combined force, something like that. And I don't know, like the whole story is fictional, right? And it's set in a fictional setting, so make that of what you will. Now, the story is set in New Light, and it has formed by the 7 academies, like I said. It's a little bit like Blue Archive, where cities are governed by student and student council, and the inhabitants are student. But in this particular city, New Light, they are focused on academic progress. So it was pretty much like a self-governed uh, sector of the country. I'm not gonna specify which country it is, but just for the sake of simplicity, I will say it take place in Thailand. Yeah, central Thailand. Yeah, a little bit up north and to the east a little bit, because I believe that's like a region that has advanced a lot faster compared to other zones. And the academy decided to focus on the research, studying, and overall just better life for students. And we have our main protagonist. He is known simply by the name of Rain. Now, okay, this is a writer commentary. I originally thought of setting this place in Japan, but I don't know, I put it in Thailand, feel like home to me, so yeah. You can call him Rain, preferably, or Ame, which also mean rain in Japanese. So Rain and Sora, right? So Rain is someone that hasn't really go outside or like, like do anything that is worthwhile doing, I suppose. He is the type of character really. I'm doing storytelling right now. I don't have to explain everything. I just have to narrate my story as it goes inside my brain. But yeah, Rain is basically a freeloader a little bit, but not really because he does take part-time job and trying to keep himself fed. But his family live abroad across the sea in the country of Japan, I would say, because yeah, the setting that setting should work fine. So he have a whole house to himself, which his duty is to clean and maintain, and with the help of surrounding neighbors. He pretty much live alone there. Ever since his family go travel abroad to pursue in career and stuff, and they send him money to pretty much live in their house. And he's known to be the kind of guy that you would go along with when you go to places such as night market and all kind of store that sell food in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, all kind of place that you can grab a bite. And sometimes he help with those, and that's how he kind of work with part time thing. He just help people, and he gain a lot of trust, a lot of love, and a lot of loyalty from people around the neighborhood. But that was when he was like still, I guess, like out right after he graduated from high school. So once he learned, all right, acknowledge that his parent is gonna live abroad and leave him be the only one that live at the house, and he's the only son, by the way. He cannot live alone, even with the help of neighbors and store owner and a lot of business owner that kind of get help from him. I guess like before the academy actually formed it into a big city, academic city up near Light. What else? How could I forgot my own script? I'm not using script at all. This is improv. I make things up as I go on. It might be raining outside, so I might narrate well. You might hear some rain. What a perfect timing for the rain. Anyway, Rain is, I guess, a quiet type. He is not like particularly special in anything, but he's not that boring either. He play games, he share with friends, but he have little to no friend in the city. But he knows to be crook and nanny, tranny. How do you say that? He pretty much know like the in and out of the city, at least the part that he grew up in, which to be honest is kind of like a relic of the old past because the city has been developed to the point where the academies and studying those kind of infrastructure have grown in the outskirts of the city, and the core of the city is still in development, and some of the places are still old, and I guess like a sort of like a historical landmark of the 2020s, I suppose. Until one day, he received a call from his parents that he had to either find a full-time job or enroll in the academies setting up by the seven academies. I would say three. Three is much more believable. Seven is like a power play, but that's not the point of the story. Let's say three. There's just three major academies that has settled and governed the city into New Light, formerly known as Light. And this new light is not life, by the way, just like lighting, like lighting. The city of New Light has seen development, so they focus a lot on studying and technology and some agriculture as well. So let's just imagine a city that is focused entirely on education. The tuition fee is very low compared to the rest of the country. The tuition fee also sometimes completely free for anyone that passed grade. And Rain, let's just say that Rain has some money, I guess, from his parent abroad, and he decided to, enroll in an academy in whatever college or university, whatever you're gonna call them. And yeah, that's the intro for the story. Now, whether the fact that Rain does not get a job, that's up for the imagination as to why. But it's probably just so he can live like a like an easy life because he get good grade, normal grade, and all that. So he doesn't really particularly worry about enrolling in the academy and fight through the hierarchy and the school life that he once has back when he was in high school. So now he's an adult. I would say he's around like 20, 22, 23 years old. And this is the first scene, I suppose. First scene at the campus. But I would say it was more like isolated, like dome, maybe. Just imagine like a big university with a campus, right? I've never been into one, but I just say that they have like individual like place, like house. It's a very big academy and built like in a circle. And he go to like let's just say that we had some time skip here where Rain has attended to the auditory. Is that what you call them? Auditorium? Yeah, auditorium. For the interaction of new student of this period of time. And Rain has gone to the dome because it was closer to the academy. And he just felt like life is more interesting with someone around, I guess. He wanted to change up something that he is particularly like. I guess he can be lonely, yes. He can be lonely. And he seek this opportunity to find someone to live with him and maybe learn a little bit and kind of show off around the city, I suppose. Because the city of New Light, formed by the academy, has attract a lot of people from other country and kind of other province, other city. So it's not just this academy city that accept all kind of people. No, they take in all over the place. Like people, they take in people all over the country. So that's why a lot of people travel here because living in the New Light is pretty much free. Well, not exactly free. You still have to find money, like get money to buy food and stuff. But generally speaking, they live freely in the campus. Let me sip my water a little bit. Oh, hello there, Pie. Anyway, the academy, yeah, pretty much like every student live freely, and yeah, just imagine like I guess like it's like a villa. If you ever go to a villa or like a tourist spot, you will see like a bungalow and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, kind of like a vacation spot. But in this setting, it's not a vacation; it's an education. And I guess each student they have like their own garden and cottage and stuff like that. And I just say that Rain has chosen rather chosen a room with two bed or two people, I suppose. So it's not a big place. It's definitely bigger than his own room at least. But it's not as big as his old place, as I mentioned before. But it's still spacious. It's still spacious for like two people. It's a dorm, so you have to share. You have to share a room. I'm telling a story, by the way, Pi. Don't worry, don't worry. This chat is not gonna interrupt the story. I'm gonna cut this out in the final video, I suppose. Now where was I? Okay, so Rain has been walking to the little place he called his own dorm, I suppose, sharing a roommate with one. And he smells something. Rain has smelled something like dirt and a lot fresh and I suppose like ferment vegetable and fruits. As Strange approached the door to the campus dorm that he signed up for, he noticed a small guy, a person dressed in a suit, or rather in like a long sleeve shirt, like white, and it looks like he got dirt all over him. There was also like a lot of things on the front door, and just create a scene in your head that like someone just trying to, or rather waiting for someone to open the door for him. He got a lot of stuff in front of the door, and he can be visibly seen sweating. His shirt is all wet and damp. Is that the word? But yeah, his shirt's all wet from sweat. Rain thought to himself, "What is this guy? Did he seriously dress up overly formal for the school things?" Oh, sorry, not school thing. For the school attendant, I suppose, which is the right word. BL, let's go. Yeah, it is BL. Anyway, continue on. Rain approached the person in front of him, and Rain carefully examined the look of the person he's looking at. The smell is stronger now. The smell of earth, the smell of dirt, the smell of fruit, vegetable, and the smell of pickle and fermented food. Besides him, there is a large bag of items, including a bag that has all kind of clothing that assume student has prepared for this day. Rain slowly approached them now, closer and closer, and asked for his name. Okay, I'm gonna try to do like a low, like a low voice for Rain, because he deserved a kind of like, like living, but also like also friendly but not timid. So, you're my roommate, huh? And then the person that he talked to startled and jumped up a little bit. He's still sweating profusely, and he looked at Rain and said, "Yeah, I just moved here." Oh no, rather, no, not just moved here. That sounds kind of weird. Yeah, I just got here. I was attending the auditorium. And you are? Rain does not hesitate. Rain told the boy straight. You can call me Rain. I'm your roommate, I suppose. And I hold the key to the door that you were trying to, opening it. Or maybe you were waiting for it. Or rather, you were waiting for someone to open it for you. The boy doesn't look all frightened. He tried to keep his composure even though he is in sweat. And wait, did I turn that off? Why is it still making noises? Didn't I turn that off? Oh man. Hang on. Hang on. That's supposed to be off. Why is it still playing sound? Alright, who subscribed to my channel? hang on. Pretty sure I turned that off in Streamlab, no? Let's get the fuck out of me. Right, Streamlab, where is it? Stream code. No, that's wrong. Hang on. I delete that widget, so I thought it was fine to Streamlab. Streamlab. Yes. Streamlab dashboard. Hang on, I gotta fix this first. That's man, this get the fuck out of me. And I didn't even know who's up. Resource. Create resource product. Multi-stream. Plugin. Where's the asset? Sponsor. GIF Streamlab Ultra. Collab Cam. I was getting in the mood too, man. Damn. Encourage widget. Alert box. Yeah, let's try to turn it off. Set up your alert. There we go. Streamlab. Link that with YouTube. Yeah. Gotta turn that off because as much as I appreciate the jump scare and the following, I don't think I need that right now. Okay, where is the gadget? I'm gonna turn that off like completely. Alert box. Is this such thing as alert box? Twitch. Follow. What about YouTube? Theme. No. Subscription. That would be weird. Bits. Yeah, turn that off, show. Rate. Yeah, turn that off. Channel donation. If that was the channel donation, I wouldn't mind. Alright, I'm gonna test it a little bit. Sound, voice. Can I test this? Preview. Yeah, I sound like that when someone follow me. It's now following. By the way, no one did. No one followed me on that time. Okay, I close it. There we go. Now we can go back to storytelling. Testing there, no. No, I tried to turn it off because it doesn't fit with what I'm doing right now. You can ask me anything, by the way. Have fire special. 100 subscriber, let's go. Now we just need to farm the bills, but don't worry, I got that in the back. Anyway, where was I? Okay, let's redo the dialogue a little bit. Okay, where did I level? I kind of forgot. I should have like write something on screen and just keep note. But the thing is, once I write something, I probably forget it in a few days. So I usually just remember it in my head. Anyway, the boy in drenched sweat with the earthy smell reached his hand out. A form of handshake, a form of trust and responsibility. But with the look of that boy, Rain hesitated. He simply looked at the hand and then back to the boy's face. Rain says, I don't even know your name, dude. So what's your name? I at least have to know a name of my roommate. The boy. How do you say this in like English? In like typing English, in like the star writing. The boy took back the handshake that he was giving or offer. He slowly looked at Rain, noticing that he is in casual clothing. He doesn't seem to look like a student. He looked like a tourist that take tour around the campus. Someone that is not prepared to be, you know, um, I shouldn't say that, you know, someone that is not here for studying, for serious studying. He slowly exclaimed, or rather sighed a little bit. My name is Sora. Nice to meet you. I am not accustomed to the rules around here. And since you're the key bearer and my roommate, could I trust you in the process of onboarding with the academy? Uh, he says something along those lines. Rain looked at Sora, finally knowing his name, and he have a little bit of smirk on his face. He knew from right away that this is a countryside boy, a countryside bumpkin, as many would say, many would call. Rain, slowly reaching in for the key he has in his pocket. He was, well, the citizen of New Light, the core citizen of New Light. And he was there way before the academy has turned this into a city, focus on education. He shows her the key and said, I'm the key bearer for this room. And the professor has placed me to take responsibility for your well being. I am regret to inform you, even though I shouldn't be saying this formally, but let's keep it low and short, should we? Let's move your stuff inside the room first. We can talk inside. Sora nodded, and Rain slowly opened the door. Rain just take up the shoes at the front, or rather the shoe rack that every dorm has. He walked along the part of the hallway, or rather, the small corridor or small like space that like dorm have, like a room really. He passed by the kitchen, the bathroom, and then to his bed. He reached, or rather, he dropped his bag on the left side of the bed, or maybe the right. Let's just say right. He probably would love being on the right. Rain sit down on the bed, on the right bed, and then exhales, sigh. And then he noticed something interesting and oddly unusual, but he probably would have guessed by now. To Rain, Sora is still hesitate to come in the room. Rain noticed something was wrong. So Rain, dropping his bag on the bed, or rather on the below the bed, decided to walk up to Sora and ask, Dude, are you not coming in? You drenched in sweat. Are you waiting for... Before he could say it, Sora said, yes, I would like to ask the permission to enter the room. And, uh, let's just say that I need someone to help me carrying all this luggage and baggage into the room with me. Rain giggled a bit. and nodded. You may come in, along with your belongings. I'll help you out. With that, Rain simply picked things up one by one, bags by bags, wondering how the hell did this Sora guy get all the stuff in here, place it in front of our room, and I will get tired of carrying stuff already? And with that, the two entered the room, placing things on the table and below their bed, their clothing, the fabric of clothing rather, and the other accessory that they bring in. One of the few things that stand out the most for Rain is a bag of laptop, but Sora doesn't know what's in it. Rather, yeah, Sora doesn't know what's in it. And then the room starts to smell like rain, sitting down by the side of the bed, and Sora still drenched in sweat, like a lost puppy getting rain on. Sora looked at Rain, and Rain looked at Sora. This moment is awkward. Rain was thinking to himself, what the hell is this Sora guy doing? Shouldn't he go take a shower or something? And what is that smell? It turns out that was not an internal monologue. That's actually something that he slipped out. And Sora looked a bit shocked, or rather startled by it, as if he's a rescue animal getting startled by an like a human that is about to adopt them. Uh, did I stink or something? I know I drenched in sweat because I traveled far, but it's not that bad, is it? Rain, uh, how to say this? Rain shake his head as a sign of no, this is not your smell. It's coming from something else. Rain pointed at the bag, at the things that Sora has brought to this dorm. What is that? What's in there? And why does it smell so. I don't want to say this, but it smells like a market. You know, like a morning market that sell fresh fruit, vegetable, and well, oddly enough, I don't smell any meat here. Sora nodded as a affirmation of what Rain had said. Sora opened the bag and the smell get even stronger and says, these are things that my family has told me to bring to the city. All kind of fruit, feminine fruit, and yes, a lot, a lot of pickled fruit, and some of them are meat, but you probably wouldn't smell it because I conceal it. Sora said that nonchalantly, and Rain just in disbelief. How could a country bumpkin be so be so casual about his belonging that seems odd to the city people? Rain Rain looked at Sora and said, dude, just close the bag for now. At least store it somewhere far away from the bed. It smells so bad right now. I feel like I'm going to pass out from the earthy smell. And this is a advice and a recommendation. You should take a shower or something. Sora nodded. He's nonchalantly put the bag in his own place and moved it to the front of the room, and this space is pretty much an open area aside from the bathroom. Basically, the kitchen is in front, so when you enter the kitchen in the dining area first. It's pretty small already. It's not that big. It's kind of like apartment or like a condo. Afterwards, Sora looked puzzled, but in front of the bathroom, which maybe your imagination is in the middle. It is like in the side of the middle, on the right, coming from the door, right, like doorway. So it's on the side of Rain's bed. And Rain looks puzzled as well as to why Sora just freeze and just not going into the shower. So Rain said to Sora, "Dude, what's wrong? That time you asked me for permission to enter the bathroom again, like you did with the door." Sora looked confused, but adorably cute as well. He he's a tad bit feminine, let's just say. He looked like a lost puppy, asking for the papa or mama puppy to give them permission to take a bath, take a shower. Rain, is it alright if I use the bathroom so I can shower? Rain laughs a little bit at the absurdity of the countryside, or rather the countryside boy that he has met today. Complete stranger. Rain said, "Dude, you don't even have to ask me for permission. Just get your things together and do your business. And just for a fact, just grab some towel and get dressed in the bathroom. Don't get dressed like on the bed, like right in front of me. Just get it done, dude." Sora looked at Rain with kind eyes, knowing that Rain is pretty polite, but casual at the same time. So Sora walked up to his bed and searching for his clothes and towels inside his bag. He rushed to the bathroom to take a shower, as if he's trying to hide his embarrassment from Rain. And with that, Sora entered the bathroom and take a shower. Rain, yeah, rather. Meanwhile, Rain is thinking to himself, what are the odds that he has to put up with someone he doesn't know, even though that was his intention from the very beginning. But at the same time, he is not used to the countryside people. He has been there once or twice with his father, but not to the point where he get to know the locals or the relatives of his father. As Sora showered and as Sora showered in the bathroom, Rain noticed something from the back of Sora. It looked like a handheld. It's a paper deck. Rain looked confused and a little bit horrified. Has this country boy been spoiled? Has he learned those manners because his family is rich? Well, it wouldn't be that much of a difference compared to him. But the way Sora's talk, it seems genuine. It is very honest. It is very proper. And that's the kind of trait that the countryside people have. But why doesn't he have a Piper deck? This is a gaming handheld that he has been dreaming of having for a longest time. It has just been released for like 2 to 3 years. He couldn't afford it even with his part-time money or the money he got from his parents. Even though they own the place, his brain tend to spend those money on video games and books and comic and manga and all kind of entertainment. He seems a little bit reckless on the spending. But that's what keep brain moral high. That's what keep brain in the mood. That's what keep brain safe and entertained. Entertained and a little bit intoxicated in those kind of fantasy. In video games, in manga he read, in anime he watches, in the games he played. Is almost like a second life to him. The escapism, the enthusiastic feeling of owning something for a short while, only to let it go by the time it ran out of usefulness. Oh well, like simply just is value that value that has a price tag on it. Gotta get the money's worth, right? So Rain waited. He's not the type to search other people belonging. Waited for Sora to get outside the shower and explain why he had the Piper deck, one of a kind handheld gaming devices. He also glanced at the table as well. A phone that looked fresh and new. Doesn't seem to be the expensive type. Not the one that he has inherited from his parent anyway. The high-end phone he has right now is way more powerful than the handheld or the phone that Sora has. But it feels a little bit lonely. He does have a laptop with him, yes, mostly for his gaming session. Okay, let's end it here for now. And with that, the episode 1 concluded. For Rain and Sora story to continue, it would be best to continue in high spirit. It may be a short story for now, even though I want to finish in one night, but that would be too fast for this kind of story. So let's switch back to this. Let's go back to the forest, to the garden. All right, show's over. Now we just chat. Now we just do whatever we want. I can edit those out, I suppose. So, Pi, what do you think? What do you think about the story? I haven't drink water as I narrate, which is kind of dumb. Narrate. What are we talking about? But it's narrate, not narrate. Sorry, I'm too tight for this. That's gonna be get. That's gonna get clipped out of context because people will think I said tight. No, I said Thai. You know, like Thailand. Man, I wanna lay down so bad right now. Open a can of beer now. It's not cold anymore. This could be. Wait, what's the name of the stream again? Mature BL Romance Fluff. Live storytelling. I think it's New Light. And then in the thing, Rain Sora. I gotta change that title into episode 1 because I'm not doing the whole thing tonight. But that was a good run. That takes me about 40 minutes to talk about the first episode. It's not perfect, but I feel like if I'm doing this like every day, it might get better. It might. The keyword is might. So I'm not even sure whether it's gonna work out or not. But it seems like a fun project. Which it is. Where's my Seraphim? Oh, it's ending. Alright, I guess I'll end the stream. Just a lot of voice work. I'm getting sleepy already. What day is it? Is anything good on sale? Warhammer is good on sale right now. Dark Detective. Subnautica. That's still a lot. Total War Warhammer. I hope the next sale is on the Gears of Power. Ostrand. Complete Edition. Oh. Oh, Ultimate Edition is for everything. Complete Edition is... Wow, okay. Complete Edition is for the older version. Anyway, thanks for coming by. The story thing is gonna be happening at least once a day in Bangkok time in the afternoon or the evening. So if you want to hear more like this, I suggest you subscribe. Although I wouldn't know if you subscribe on stream because I turned them off already because it spooked me and it didn't quite fit with the whole thing. Assuming I actually turned it off and it's not just like disabled, but OBS is still capturing it. Anyway, I'll be seeing you all later. I probably wouldn't be gaming too much on stream unless I feel like it. There are plenty of games that I want to play or finish on stream, but we'll see about that. Thanks for coming. And with that, I'll be seeing you on the next stream. Ciao!